All right, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
It's fucking morning.
It's fucking morning. Good morning, Julia. I forget his name.
Oh.
Good morning. Just wanted to let you know that meeting you the other day. Just open your heart and your arms to me. We can go full throttle.
All right. Give me.
It's fucking morning.
It's fucking morning.
Ready?
Yeah. I swear to God, stop doing that.
Never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop.
And welcome back to Anime Shmanime.
We're gonna leave the air on. You gonna edit that out?
Yeah, we're gonna leave it on.
We need it.
Yeah, it's fucking hot. And it's
fucking
the morning.
morning.
It's the morning.
Gee, willikers.
It is a hot one today, guys.
It's warm.
It is summer.
Hey
It is
guys, why
hot.
do the bees stay inside the hive all winter?
Why?
Swarm.
No.
Nice. You know what? I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah,
That's a good one, right?
Yeah, look, I'm all about a good cringy dad joke, but
But what?
I don't know.
So we have an actual show.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, now you're back on our regular program.
Let's fucking go. Let's go.
That's called shaking off the rust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's called we like to have a fun time.
Yes, we like to have a fun
bunch of
show.
silly
well,
geese.
it's only been a couple weeks since we did fucking, what was that? Angel's Egg?
Angel's egg.
Angel's
That,
Egg.
which was fucking weird and
And
crazy.
today we're doing,
Today we are doing a Penguin Highway.
which is Happy Feet meets Waterworld.
Actually, you know what? I agree with that. That is a good one.
You like that one?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good one because you chose two good movies to describe one bad movie.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Whoa!
Before you
here.
go too far, I will say this movie kind of sucks big time.
Look here, guys. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest.
Oh no.
Generally, okay, good. I'm looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this.
Look,
Okay.
Look, wait here for a second. Wait here for a second.
Yeah.
Look, the animation is fucking amazing.
I will say the art was
The
was
art
good.
is
all right.
amazing.
I've seen
you
better.
can definitely see the Ghibli influences.
Yeah, sure.
I also really enjoyed the fact that he had some weird obsession with opais, which was
You
great.
enjoyed that?
Yeah, it was funny. It was hilarious. That's why I picked the whole movie.
Okay.
Didn't make you feel kind of
Uncomfortable, yeah.
It was the whole. I saw a clip, and that was the clip. Him talking about the fucking opais was the clip
Hold
that
on
I
a
saw.
second. Hold on a second. You saw a clip
Yeah.
about boobs,
Yeah.
and you're like, "This is our next episode."
Yeah. And then I watched it, and,
Yeah.
and then I tried to understand the story.
Oh, and did you?
And I did a little bit. But
little bit.
I mean,
Is it just a Christmas Carol?
Is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this one's aliens.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Let me say how weird it is to be on the heels of Angel's Egg
Yeah.
Yeah.
and feel like I have more clarity about
Angel's
Egg than I do about this fucking movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a clusterfuck of nothing.
I felt like
Of absolutely nothing.
yeah,
it
my
is-
top note was that this movie kind of lacks substance generally and quality on all levels.
I don't know about all levels. I will say it's not the greatest movie by any means. Again, I picked it because I saw that one clip and I was like, yeah, let's see how this goes.
All right.
This is how
Well,
this
then
goes.
you're going to reap what you sow here because we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it now, Mikey.
If this is your bar for choosing what we're gonna watch, we're gonna make you. We're gonna make you pay.
Wait. No, that's not how I normally choose.
Okay.
But I thought it would be funny because I haven't seen this movie.
Oh, okay.
Well, I hope you learn your lesson. At the end of
Not to
this.
choose movies or animes based on clips.
Maybe
I
not a
mean-
single clip.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on. Yo, the clip is a kid who goes, I have, opais are weird, but enthralling or like sensational. So why wouldn't I want to pick and watch that? And
yeah, we
get
should
curious?
definitely watch this movie and do a whole episode about it.
Fuck you,
Yeah,
both.
definitely.
Fuck
You
you,
know-
both.
You know what? I would say this movie is if Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory
I like where this is going.
wrote an anime fan fiction inspired by Makoto Shinkai. That's the guy who did Your Name and Weathering with You.
Okay.
Actually, that tracks. I like it.
Fanfic,
Yeah.
Makoto Shinkai by
Yeah.
Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory.
Not Sheldon, young Sheldon.
Yeah, young Sheldon.
Okay, sorry. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't care which Sheldon.
Yeah.
A Sheldon.
Let me say though, it made for one of the least likable protagonists I've
Yeah.
ever encountered in anime.
It sounded like
I hate this kid.
yeah.
I don't like this
Sure,
kid.
yeah.
But this kid, sure, he's a little bit, one-dimensional, but I think it was a very good representation
Of what?
of
Computers? Because that's what this kid was.
Yeah.
He was a walking, talking computer.
It was like that kid wrote this movie.
Yeah. We're watching his journal.
Like it was literally like the fact that like right out of the okay, we're gonna get into that.
Yeah,
I'm not.
okay.
I'm gonna get too far
We'll
ahead of
get there,
myself.
okay.
But no, overall, I couldn't help but feel a lot of Hosoda, a lot of Shinkai, a lot of that whimsical, colorful,
Yeah.
fun, free, slice of lifey kind of anime film that has been so in fashion for
Oh yeah.
so long now.
I know.
But I think we've proven that like just because you find artists that can paint really beautiful landscapes and just
Yeah.
because you find an interesting way to animate fluid or water or something
Yeah.
doesn't mean you have an interesting film.
You know what it's like?
Yeah.
Your Name wasn't a good movie because of the effects they used to make the comet
Yeah.
go through the sky.
Yeah.
Okay? That's not why Your Name was good.
No.
It was good because the premise was fucking outstanding. The characters were outrageously likable in
the
every
story
fucking
was
way.
compelling.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jay, tell me how you really feel.
It had substance.
You know what it reminds me of? I'm gonna date myself a little bit, but do you remember like back in the day, you'd be at Blockbuster, and like the week that like Pirates of the Caribbean would come out, there'd be a movie on the shelves called like Pirates of the Seven
Bahamas.
Seas.
Yeah. or like Transmorphers.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
exactly.
Transmorphers.
That's what it's like.
Jurassic Land.
Yeah. Dinosaur Park.
Yeah.
It's like that.
No,
Yeah.
it's fucking
Jurassic
like
Attacks.
Yeah.
Sinbad the movie.
Oh yeah, that's also bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any
For
of those
sure.
TV series that turned into a movie.
A movie you
Yeah.
could rent at Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Xena.
Xena was great.
Okay, wait.
The
Don't- let's
TV,
don't-
no, the TV show was great.
Yeah.
The movies were.
I didn't even know they made movies.
I didn't
Yeah.
watch the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So shut up, both of you.
Yeah. Damn. All right. Well-
Fake Lucy Lawless fans over here, you fucking cowards.
That's
I bet,
not
I
true.
bet, I bet neither of
Lucy-
you watched fucking Spartacus.
I didn't watch Spartacus.
My dad loved Spartacus.
Yeah.
No, but I've seen Lucy Lawless in The Simpsons, and that was great.
Well, I saw Lucy Lawless and Spartacus get
saw her in-
naked in every single episode.
Wild.
So
I saw her in Parks and
Wow.
Rec.
if that's all of the inspiration you need to go check out Spartacus.
Sorry, what was the
That
show
is
called?
actually all the
Sorry, Tom,
inspiration
can
I
you
need.
use, what was that show?
I am Spartacus.
See, you know what though? Okay, I'm gonna go on a weird tangent here for a second. I don't think I've ever seen a woman like Lucy Lawless casted in any other like female superhero lead. Like Gal Gadot, hot for sure, but she doesn't hold a candle to Lucy Lawless as far as like being a strong like Amazonian.
She had a
like,
toughness factor, I'll give you.
Right,
A
like-
toughness factor.
right. That's the thing. Like there's a toughness factor that she has.
A braggadociousness.
I think it's just a case of you always remember your first.
Yeah, that's probably it.
She was probably the first like real tough badass woman any of us ever saw.
First and
on
probably
TV.
only like for a while. I mean, I guess there was Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but she
she
wasn't
was not tough.
No, she wasn't that way. She
No.
was when she had to be.
Yeah.
But as a general character, Buffy was not like a tough
fucking
like beat the fuck out of
Xena
you.
would grab Buffy by the fucking hair and just like,
Yeah.
you know.
She'd be like, and like toss her like circular boomerang right in her face.
Actually, one of my go-to gifts for the longest time was just a shot of fucking Xena just punching the fucking camera.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Yeah, that was my fave.
I
But
like
that's
it.
the thing. To name me another female actress that gives you that persona, that feeling of
Scarlett Johansson.
holy fuck, dude. Holy fuck.
That's
I'm
a
gonna-
deep cut.
That's
a deep cut.
You opened the door for that
No,
one, buddy.
fuck you,
I think
man.
you just went back.
Fuck
I even
yourself.
looked at Jay and I think he was waiting for you
I
to
hope
say
you
it.
fucking
You
have
just went back to,
maggots
like-
in your asshole.
Episode 2 or 3 with that call back there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a couple
oh my
times
God.
since too, but I mean,
Can I-
let's be real.
Also,
hate-
let's just keep this chat going because this is going to be a
We
way
need
more
this.
interesting episode
We need this
than
content
if we
right
were
now.
to, than if we are to talk about
Penguin
Penguin Street.
Yeah,
whatever this is.
Yeah.
Um,
Flightless Bird Road.
let me
Okay,
get some
anyway.
fucking senpai's corner out of the way so that we can dish on.
I
this
love how you're literally
bad boy.
opening the internet to go to Wikipedia to read it right now because I know you did not have preloaded or know
I
about
did.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that would have been way funnier.
I have very little information on this film.
Okay,
I will
let's
say that.
Let's hear what you do have.
So Penguin Highway, also known as
Yeah.
Penguin Highway,
I feel like they didn't even try with that one.
No, that's how it's said.
is a Japanese science fiction novel originally, written by Tomihiko Morimi, published in 2010. A manga adaptation was serialized in Media Factory's monthly comic Alive from March 2018 to February 2019, and an anime film, which we just watched, adaptation by Studio Colorido, premiered in August 2018. I've never heard of Studio Colorido.
Have they done anything?
You probably haven't either. It was established by producer Hideo Uda in 2011. I don't know anything he has done. Some of the notable works from Colorido: Typhoon Noruda, A Whisker Away,
I've heard about that one.
Whisker
Burn
Away,
the
yeah.
Witch,
That's a great Radiohead song.
Drifting Home. Then there's some short films and some net animations, including some weird Pokemon stuff, as well as one of the shorts in Star Wars Visions.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, so
Um,
Burn the Witch is actually a little popular. It's got a bit of a cult following.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a series.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we had like 2 years of nothing, and then they're only recently coming back with like more of the series because it was like a 3 episode, and then
So their parent company is actually Twin Engine. So they're owned by Twin Engine, who does Vinland Saga.
Okay, that makes
Um,
sense.
Yeah, does a few other things. Hell's Paradise,
Hell's Paradise, so
my new
good.
favorite show.
So good.
Seriously, guys, go watch Hell's Paradise if you haven't. Cause
He talked to many people about it at Anime North. I had to hear the spiel like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, buddy.
yeah, buddy.
It's that good. Anyways, yeah. So that's that.
Let's just leave it at that. I don't care about it.
I do want to say
Okay.
about the real quick.
Sure.
The reception to this was quite good,
Ew.
which scares me. It got the Excellence Award in the animation category at the 22nd Japan Media Arts Festival, and it actually won the Axis Satoshi Kon Award for Excellence in Animation at the Fantasia International Film Festival.
What was it up against?
I don't know. And you guys can look that up if you
Yeah.
care that badly.
I don't care that bad.
The most disturbing thing is that on the holy bible of internet film review, Rotten Tomatoes,
yeah.
it's sitting at 100% fresh, dude.
No. That
Wow,
Can't be.
really?
That's only
It's-
because like
it's-
nobody's voted.
The ratings
It's got
around
limited
a
votes.
7.7 out of 10, but nobody has given it a rotten rating.
It's because the only people who would bother to look it up and give it a rating at all are the people who really, really enjoyed it.
The Rotten Tomatoes does have like proper film critics, which means that this probably got screened somewhere in North America, and actual film critics went and saw it and liked it. My question is
Why?
this the first anime anything any
Yeah.
of them have ever seen.
It has to be.
Because then I could maybe
No.
understand.
No.
Because I feel like if you've seen even one other anime movie,
Anyone.
this is old hat.
Any one anime movie.
Well, okay, look. I agree that the delivery of the story and the plot was a little janky, but there is a whimsiness to it. Penguins are fucking cute, so you got that going on.
The first time, yeah. I'm with you.
I also one of my
I
top
cared
notes
once.
was cute at best.
Fuck you.
That's one of my. That's like
They were
Yeah.
adorable, and I didn't want anything bad to happen to them. And
Yeah.
it was really actually kind of disturbing when one of them disintegrated back into a pop can.
Yeah.
But like,
more on that later.
but the novelty wore off so fast, dude.
Yeah.
But
so
it's a feel good movie. It's not meant to be like super in depth with anything.
I didn't.
It can be
feel-
both though too. It can be both.
I also
Yeah.
didn't feel good.
Yeah. I didn't really know what to feel, to be honest.
Yeah, I felt a lot of things good
Look,
didn't really make the list.
I enjoyed the
Confused.
female lead in this, the character that's actually just yeah, what's up?
Keep going.
I'm
We're
listening,
yeah.
dude. Can I look at you? What's up? What's up? I'm just looking.
Yeah, because she was a fun character, a little strange, but I think that's par for the course, especially she's being, well, I can't remember her name, but she being a fucking part of a crazy imagination and weird big water bubble.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Weird big water bubble. Yeah.
She just goes by the lady, as far as I know.
I don't have any names for any characters from this movie. Dental lady and main kid is what I will be calling
Yeah,
them.
the dental lady.
Well, Ioma or Oyama, I believe, is the boy Oyama-kun.
I'm not gonna remember that.
But no, I really didn't like her. Actually, this is what I mean. Like, this movie just lost me because I didn't have anybody to cling to. Like, I didn't like the kid, and she made me feel weird too.
She totally had that like pixie manic dream girl thing going on, right? Like, but like slightly more inappropriate relationship
Yeah.
with a younger.
Are we talking?
child.
Are we going to characters now?
We can hop ahead. There's like art and music we didn't talk about. but
Okay, yes. Let's start with art because the art was fantastic.
I kind of found that the art was just all right. Like, it was nice, but I've seen this kind of art done a million times better. It felt to me like a knockoff. It was fine, but
I don't know.
I think the bar has
feel-
definitely been raised high in past
yeah.
years, but this is still pretty high.
it's fine. But like,
I
even
think.
for these types of movies, I've seen way better.
I don't know. This is clean. It's really clean, and it's very stylized. It's not supposed to be like ultra clean by any means. It's still
Sure.
supposed to have a bit of that like hand drawn feel to it, kind of painted feel. And this is what I'm saying. Like, if you've watched like any Ghibli, like older Ghibli movies, like Howl in the Castle or whatever, it still
Sorry,
has.
which movie?
Or sorry, Howl's Moving Castle.
I couldn't let it go. I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
I was gonna let it go. I can't believe you stopped him on that.
Do it, dude. I
You're
couldn't
such
do
a
it.
dick.
Yeah, I am. All right.
Right, but it has that nice looking anime feel and anime drawn qualities, and the character designs are good.
Again, they were fine to me. I'm not an art snob though, so like this stuff, a lot of this stuff goes over my head. If it's not fantastic, to me, it's like whatever.
I definitely don't have anything really negative to say about the art at all. I usually get hung up on the art, and I quite liked the art. I think it was one of the stronger things going for this film is
Sure.
the art.
All right.
Yeah, like as you said, like just because you have a good artist doesn't mean you have a good movie.
Right, and even
Yeah.
though I do stack that very high on my list of like priorities, I still need other things to pan out
Yeah.
to a certain degree, right?
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
why like even though I like the art in this movie, I don't like this movie.
Yeah.
That might seem weird for me, considering other stuff I have written off because I didn't like the art or
Sure.
whatever,
Yeah.
right? But
All right.
this just had some other things that really kind of irked me. But like I was saying, this feels like very much like a Hosoda kind of animation style where,
Yeah.
like you think back to like Wolf Children, like that
For
kind of
Yes,
like hand
Wolf
drawn,
Children
you know what I mean?
is a good example.
Really like painted landscapes, really gorgeous scenic views, like there's a lot of that stuff in this. There's a few moments where they were going into some 3D animation with the water. There were times that I thought it worked, and then there were times when I thought it really, really didn't and felt like cheap PS2 graphics.
Yeah, I always kind of find when 3D and 2D are blended that it takes me out for a minute. almost always.
Yeah, if it's
Depends
not
how you do
done,
it.
Yeah.
if it's not done well
Yeah.
or properly, it always takes you out.
Yeah.
That's why I hate 3D so much.
Yeah, but the overall, I agree with Mikey. I think the character designs were good.
Yeah.
The penguins were designed in a cute way
Yeah.
that still felt like they were real enough penguins, but also cute anime penguins at the same time.
Were they ever
def-
really real penguins?
That's the real question.
And
No,
then
but
and then
they
the
had
weird
that kind of like a Pingu feel.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. But it was that's what I mean.
Pingu,
It was cute enough, but
Yeah.
still it felt like a penguin. It didn't feel like not a penguin. You know what I mean?
Even though it arguably was not a penguin.
Right, but and then there was some interesting. I don't know if I loved the choices with like the Jabberwocky leopard seal hybrid thing that they
Okay.
I
made.
forgot about that.
So those things I actually thought were kind of neat because I thought that was kind of like an homage or a nod to Princess Mononoke. Right, like because the way that they designed it with the weird legs and stuff kind of looked like that big fucking monster from the beginning of the movie.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be.
I know like the Jabberwocky, they reference that by name. They actually show an old illustration. Like that's a creature from legend.
Sure.
You know, for example,
The legendary dance troupe.
well,
The Jabberwockies.
they're named after it. Actually, yeah. But in Alice in Wonderland,
Yeah.
Yeah.
eventually, if you follow that story past Disney,
Yeah.
she ends up in a fight basically against a giant dragon type creature
Yes.
called the Jabberwocky.
Does
Like
it
it's
look like this?
no.
It
Well, Disney-
looks like the illustration that
Yeah.
they show in the book in this
okay.
movie,
Yeah.
but then they took that like body layout and they melded it with like an actual leopard seal,
Yeah.
which is what actually predates on like Adelie penguins in the wild.
Yeah.
And there's even a scene where you see one on the beach, kind of going up the beach, and they
Yeah.
show real leopard seals in this. Then they show you the hybrid, right? So they did a weird morph and like a weird kind of tie-in on that. I happen to like really love leopard seals. Like I find them to be really cool animals.
Okay.
So
Transmorphers.
I like
What's that?
Transmorphers.
Yeah.
Animorphs.
Animorphs. Yeah,
Close,
Animorphs.
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, like I liked some of those choices. I thought some of those things were pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So points there, I'll give.
Sure.
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
I liked some of that stuff. It's cool.
You know, I have to say, you have some of the wildest interests.
Jay?
Jay,
I'm
yeah.
a big
I
animal
agree.
guy.
Oh, yeah,
I'm a big animal guy.
Like I knew you were a
Big animal guy.
dinosaur guy. Like I knew that.
Yeah.
They're animals, so yeah.
But
that's all.
like other
Dragons.
and dragons in fantasy because we have that in
Cars.
common cars.
Hardcore
but
music.
but like the random
K-pop
facts that
music.
you have about random animals like a leopard seal.
I nerd hard.
Can we talk
Yeah.
about Jay more than this episode?
Can we
That
talk
would
more
be
about leopard seals because they're fucking crazy, dude? They actually attack people.
top fact about leopard seals to go?
As far as I know, it is the second largest carnivorous mammal in the ocean if you don't count whales and dolphins.
Okay.
The only thing
Ah.
bigger, the carnivorous that you'd ever find in the ocean would be a polar bear.
Wow.
Oh, interesting.
That's how big leopard seals get.
Holy
a
fuck, that
leopard
is
seal,
large.
if it wanted to, and you were in the water with it, a leopard seal would
Eat you to
it,
death.
it would look like a polar bear got you.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
how fucking insane leopard seals are.
Hell yeah.
If you brought it up earlier, Happy
Happy
Feet.
Feet. Yeah.
There's a scene with a leopard seal where he fucking pops up out of the water. They're running from him.
Yeah.
And he like threatens to eat them with like ketchup or something. I can't remember the line he says.
Mm.
How does the leopard seal know about ketchup? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
right?
know.
But like,
How do they know about ketchup?
either way, they're a terrifying animal.
Yeah.
Like you actually go watch videos of them and they're like lurking in the water, like kind of looking at you and shit. And they're
Oh.
scary, man.
They're
They're
like
fucking scary.
they're like the big cats of the sea.
They're like,
Exactly,
Give me
dude.
that.
Exact. And you look at their skull and their teeth and stuff, and you're like, "Is that a fucking leopard? Like an actual like tiger? Like what the
Yeah.
fuck is that?" No, it swims.
Water cats.
It swims.
Water cats.
Also, be careful if you look up pictures of leopard seals because there's a lot of really graphic images of them
Eating penguins? Devouring?
doing a number on
So
penguins.
we
Yeah.
are now a National Geographic podcast.
Yo, let's go, dude! I've been waiting for this.
And we will be on the Discovery Channel.
Animal schmanimals.
Animal schmanimals.
I love that so
That's
much.
actually too close to our name currently that I have to do it now.
You might have to do animal schmanimals.
Okay.
sick.
Yeah.
So
Anyways.
all right. So music. What did
Music
you
was
guys-
probably great. I don't remember.
Yeah, music was fine. I didn't find anything too like overwhelming or really like groundbreaking with music.
Yeah.
I was very let down because this type of movie
Should have
if-
had good music.
If you're gonna ride Shinkai's ass like this hard,
Yeah.
call Radwimps, call whoever the fuck you have to call
somebody.
to get
Yeah.
somebody on your soundtrack to give me some chills, because I didn't get them even one time in this.
Yeah.
And that's something that even something like maybe subpar like Weathering with You
Yeah. Mhm.
still achieved, was some really beautiful musical epic moments, you know?
Yeah.
This had zero in my
Yeah.
opinion. Not that I can remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember any.
I don't remember any.
No,
either.
like, oh fuck,
very non-memorable music.
any marker drop moments, any
My heart still sometimes.
right?
Dude.
None.
Dude, I saw fucking Mitsuha and Taki
yeah.
at Anime North, and my heart stopped for
Yeah.
a second.
This is the most
cosplays,
fucking
bro.
tangent-heavy episode.
We need it in this episode, though, dude. It's important.
This movie
Important. Yeah. Okay.
That is not true. We've had other movies that have been worse than this.
Yeah, but that doesn't make this
Or
one better.
episodes, yeah.
All right, let's talk about characters. Let's talk about main kid, who I'm going to continue to call main kid. You get an intro to him, and I'm so smart, blah, 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 and I fucking hate him. And then I realize he's probably on the spectrum, and I feel bad.
You think
Yes,
so?
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, I was getting those vibes, but they weren't really explicit. And then also, you see that he's most definitely a product of his father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that maybe he's not on the spectrum. Maybe he's just only ever learned any lessons from
Yeah.
one father who's on the spectrum.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, or like this is just they're
There's a
both
little-
scientists and their like brain are so analytical.
There's also got to be a little
Totally.
bit of neglect going on. There has to be, based on the way he just like hangs out with this elderly lady, and no one ever says anything, and he's just on his own all the time.
Yeah. Well, at one point, she is his babysitter, right? Like the dad comes and picks them up at the fucking cafe, and they're playing chess, and like, oh, thanks
Is
for
that
watching
the
my
relationship?
kid.
Is it an official relationship? I did not pick that up.
Well, that's the only one. You only get the one scene where it kind of establishes that.
He keeps saying like she's this lady who hangs out at the dentist office, and we hang out sometimes.
It's her
Yes.
chess, but she coaches him in chess.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was an official thing.
Yeah.
I thought they were just like hanging out. They were friends.
No, it's his
now.
chess coach.
Oh, I didn't like it.
It doesn't, like, how they are acquainted
Yeah.
doesn't change how inappropriately they are acquainted, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah.
I hate their dynamic.
Yeah. Okay. Well, before we move on to her and their dynamic, let's
But
talk
with him,
about.
I
his-
want to say real quick with him.
Yeah.
When they immediately started painting him as this incredibly analytical, like very like right brain thinking
Yeah.
kind of person, I was hoping his arc
Yeah.
was going to be to shed that.
No. Because there's no arc for him.
It doesn't happen.
No. There's
No.
no growth.
In fact, it steals his resolve
Yeah.
by the end.
Yeah.
That he needs to continue down this hyper analytical path that he's on in life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's more of a mystery than anything.
It's
like
toxic.
a science fiction mystery where he's just.
I mean,
the
I wanted to see this
detective
kid
and-
let go and live life a little bit and
Yeah.
feel things and maybe take things at face value and just believe that life has some unexplainable beauty.
But
And instead,
that-
he decided to completely overanalyze it to death until he solved the mystery in
No,
the
but
end.
that
Yeah.
happens though a little bit at the end there. He does let it go because hey, he's like, look, you know what? We're kids. We don't know what we're messing with here. We should really talk to adults about this.
he does have that realization,
Yeah.
but then he caps it off with, and I'm just gonna keep hammering away until I can meet her again. I'm gonna find a way.
Yeah.
That's how it all closes off.
He's writing on whiteboards basically right until the very end.
Yes, that's also because he's in love with her.
Which is
Right.
also fucking weird.
Yes.
No, it is not.
It's
because
weird for
here-
it not to have resolve
well, it's,
in this movie.
But in the movie, what are you talking about? It's totally appropriate. What little boy, and they're like a grade 6 who starts, liking girls for the first time,
Yeah.
meets a pretty woman, has a crush on them,
Yeah.
right, and then that nothing ever happens to it because it is exactly that. Nothing will ever happen to it. I mean, unless something fucking does, and it's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I made that
Well,
dark.
glad that didn't happen in
yeah.
this movie.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just his resolve of like, this is my first love, my first crush. Like I'm learning it, what that experience is,
Yeah.
what does this actually mean for me? I'm so used to like taking like things apart and analyzing things.
And I'm going to say, let's rejoin the conversation by talking about his odd obsession with boobs. Because
Yeah.
Mikey said that's the whole reason we're here right now.
Yo. Okay, look. Like I said before, it was just that one clip.
Yeah.
And it led me to this. I was thinking, it'd be interesting to see where this goes.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Jordy, you said like you want to talk about his odd obsession with
No,
breasts.
just worth mentioning that
You just wanted
it's
to
there.
bring it
yeah,
up.
it's there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say there's not a lot to talk about.
No, that's literally it.
And it doesn't even come that often.
Which makes it weirder.
It comes up often enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it does.
Even
5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Well, that's how many times he verbalizes it.
Yeah.
The amount of times he glances or is just straight up staring at her chest
Yeah.
is uncountable
Yeah.
in this
Look,
movie.
Yeah.
Are you telling me at grade 7?
Yeah.
Nope, I'm not telling you that, and I fully agree with that. But I don't need to watch a movie about it,
You don't even have to finish that sentence, Mikey.
dude.
Yeah.
Lifelong booby lover. Okay,
Yeah.
card carrying boob guy.
Yeah.
If you want to give me
Breast inspector card.
a preference.
Did you have an
okay?
FBI card? Federal breast inspector?
No, I was running the bureau. Okay.
Whoa, shit. He was handing the cards out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking-
But no,
a walking
I
mammogram.
am as big a fan as they come. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't need it through the lens of an 8-year-old
Yeah.
ever.
I don't think
Really?
he was 8.
9,
Who cares?
10, 11,
Nobody
12,
cares. Yeah.
13. I still don't care
Yeah.
about his
that.
his particular love and also
Yeah.
confusion with breasts.
Yeah.
I don't need young Sheldon analyzing the human
Yeah.
attraction to breasts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or trying to explain to his friend why
Oh, man.
he thinks they're so intriguing.
It was just like, I don't know, man. I was so checked out with this movie, dude. Every little twist and turn, I was like, what
All
the
right. Let's get to the end of it so we can check the fuck out of having to talk about it anymore.
Well, that
All
was
right,
main
fine.
kid, and then
Yeah, let's talk about Dental Lady.
Dental lady.
or okay, Oni-san is what he calls her a lot.
I'm not
gonna
going to say
Oni-san,
that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that. So she's hanging around the dentist's office is how he
Yes.
describes her. And she like doesn't really have a job there, I guess.
No,
They
she
don't
works
explain
there.
that?
She works there, yeah.
Whatever. She's also like maybe not human,
She's not human, no.
which is weird because how do you get a job at a dental office when you haven't really even been around that long?
So that's
She hasn't been around that long.
so that the movie does leave out some really weird key points. Like,
Yeah, it sure
A,
does.
how did she become who she is
Yeah.
and like take on human form?
Like, how are the dentists and all the other dental people who work there not like, who are you? You can't be here.
Yeah, or like how she got to that city, why
Yeah.
she has memory of a past life.
Yeah. How is the dentist not one day like, excuse me?
You can't be here.
Yeah. A random lady is just like, oh, no, I work here.
She's just holding a drill, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like,
scalpel. She has the. We don't use these.
Yeah.
where did you get those scalpels?
Yeah, why do you have that?
We don't even have those in
Yeah.
this office.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Look, all I'm saying, it was probably some weird phenomenon that rearranged everyone's memories in that town, at least.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The ultimate get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
Everyone forgot.
Yeah. Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
it was so fucking weak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just ching, ching, ching.
Super
Like,
weak.
ching, ching.
How
Plot armor.
How helpful it would have been just to understand like how she assimilated,
Yeah.
where she came from,
Anything.
why is she here,
Yeah.
and also maybe answer the question, why is it that she simultaneously knows exactly what's going on
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and also has no idea what's going on?
Yeah.
Because she's both
Yeah.
through the entire fucking movie.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
she'll say things to him like, I'm a little mysterious too.
I guess you're just gonna have to solve my mystery.
Yeah.
Next scene, she's just like, okay,
What's
so
going on?
so I'm glad you got to the bottom of this. What's our next step? And it's just like, you're the alien.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
But then there's times where she genuinely seems like she doesn't understand what's happening.
Yep.
Yep.
So
She's
how
very,
can you expect us as the viewer to know
Yeah.
or care about what's happening
Yeah.
when nobody on screen does?
Yeah. He cares a lot,
Yeah,
too
he
much.
cares a lot.
and nobody else at all.
But she's a little bit like, Catch Me If You Can kind of mood, right? Like,
Ew. Ew, dude. Which brings me to my next point. Ew.
Ew.
Why do they have this kind of relationship with each other?
they actually, I don't
Why?
know either.
And here's okay. We want to talk writing and anime.
yeah.
How is this movie better? How does this movie not? How does it not suffer if they make her a kid in his class, like
or
a younger
him,
kid.
an adult.
Yeah. Like, what was the motivation to give them an age difference? How did that in any way help the story?
I'm going to give you my best guess,
Yeah.
okay? And that's because history has shown that this happens a lot, okay? This is a fully realized fan fiction
Written by young Sheldon. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
But like I gotta see. I don't know.
But I get what you're saying. Whoever
Okay,
wrote
yeah.
this movie.
The author of the story. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, that's him.
And that's his childhood babysitter.
Yeah.
Or
Probably.
dental hygienist.
Yes, dude.
Look,
The dentist once rested her boob on his shoulder. He had an erection, and it never left.
And this is him tapping into that and
Erection.
how it affected his psyche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And there's like penguin wallpaper at the dentist office or some shit.
Wait. Does that mean I'm the author? Because I totally have a story like this.
what do you mean?
That's why you liked it and picked it, maybe, this movie.
Maybe,
First of all, that's
yeah.
why. Did you get a hard-on at the dentist office? And
No, not a dentist office. My old tutor when I was in like grade 7.
Yeah.
Grade 8.
Okay, so
I
you,
had the hots for my old tutor. And she was like in college at the time.
yeah, you just proved his point.
Fuck.
There you go.
Like, I mean, like,
Ew.
did your tutor like promise that she would marry you one day?
Yeah.
No, she was very professional. I just had the hots for her.
Did she play, how did you say it? Catch Me If You Can with you?
No, definitely
Because
not.
those were your words.
She would actually be like, "Why weren't you practicing or doing your homework?"
Yeah.
Stop staring at my tits, Mikey.
Yeah. I'm telling your fucking mom.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
Yeah, either way, just like, and it, I don't know if it like plays into her alien aloofness that that she kind of, that
Like
vibe
she
she
doesn't
has
realize
to her.
it's weird to be
That was a
friends with
good
a
word,
child.
aloof. That's the
You
word.
know
I
what
was
I mean?
looking
Because
for
like she
earlier.
has that vibe about her, doesn't make it okay, and still doesn't make me feel better about this feeling like some sort of like adolescent, like wet dream fantasy
Yeah.
for a young Sheldon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is so the vibe I get off this movie,
It is, though.
dude.
It is.
Yeah.
But what's gross about it is you're getting a vibe of the author of this story.
Yeah, a
makes
real
it,
person.
Which makes it slimy.
It feels gross.
Yeah.
Because their choices were made.
Like he's like,
choices
Yeah.
choices were made
Yeah.
to make it this way.
Yeah.
Like you said, the logical story is they're the same age.
Because Weathering with You, same.
Yeah.
Every tale
Yeah.
as old as time,
Bubble,
dude.
same.
Actually, do you know what would have been really great if they took her out, like Oni-san out completely?
Yeah.
And it was the other girl that was in class with him that was also the
I actually
looking-
think that she played an important role. I think they just needed her to not be older. Same movie, her not older, it gets an extra point or two for me, to be honest with you.
Also, just like
Just think about that in your head then.
also, like it was just so the main motivation of our main character
Yeah.
to get like close with her romantically.
Yeah.
That it just never left my mind.
Yeah.
Every single time they were together, I
Yeah.
just felt uncomfortable with it.
It's very strange. It's very strange.
It was too.
And then like for like his dad to not be like,
oh fuck!
you know, son,
Like
that's an older lady.
yeah.
It's not gonna
Probably
work.
not gonna
It's not gonna work
happen.
out for you because it's illegal.
I am not
Yeah.
surprised that
and
his
wrong,
Yeah.
and morally wrong
Yeah.
for her to do anything.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that his computer of a father
Yeah.
didn't pick up like the social undertones and understand that
But,
situation.
but that's another choice of the filmmaker to not have that voice of reason ever.
Yeah, because the author probably doesn't have it himself.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I am
You
gonna
can't
fuck that
you
dentist.
can't write a noble character if you have no idea what it means to be noble.
Yeah, wow.
Well, I mean, it's true.
All right, let's blast through the
Okay.
plot of the movie.
Yes,
As
let's
quick as
blast
possible.
through
I'll
it.
do my best.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I mentioned, it opens with the inner monologue of main kid talking about how smart he is.
Yes.
We're showing like close-ups of his research notes, which is basically just random math and sketches of boobs. That's all his notes are.
Yeah, or like things that are boob shaped.
Yeah, he also has this like stupid wiggly tooth, which is too on the nose when you're dealing with a dental like situation. Like
Yeah.
this wiggly tooth nonsense was just such a obvious mechanism.
Also highlights the fact that he's a fucking child.
Yeah. I also wasn't sure how this whole dentistry theme was important in any way, shape, or form. It was too prevalent for it to just be a nothing.
You know what? I feel like it's just a heavy hand to tell you where it's going and how they're going to meet. Or when you're going to see this girl.
Cool. So the kid gets to school and there's a random penguin in the field, and I'm like, what the fuck? And at this point, I'm like, okay, all right, whimsy, cute, mystery.
Yep.
I'm all right with this so far.
Yeah.
Dude, I was on board for a good chunk of this movie.
Sure. Nobody has any idea where these penguins are coming from, but they're having a gay old time all over town.
Yeah.
It's kind of cute. At one point, they like start causing trouble, and there's like a car accident for a second.
But it's still kind of funny and
It's
cute.
still funny,
Yeah.
but like that also goes nowhere. I feel like that was an opportunity. They could have had a lot of penguins fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Literally like 1 30-second clip.
Absolutely. And then the rest of the world is just pretty okay with
Yeah.
penguins showing
Yeah.
up sometimes.
Yeah.
Everybody was just like,
Yeah.
we can't explain it.
Yeah.
Just the way it is
It's
now.
funny how they made a point to show that the possibility of there being random penguins everywhere could cause a problem, but they didn't make a point to show how this could cause a problem at all. They gave you 30 seconds of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Not even 1 second.
not even
of-
mention.
But
that
they
it's
did
weird.
try to explain how the penguins got there in the news. They said that, penguins from a local zoo might have got out.
I knew that they were
Yeah.
making shit up. They didn't
Yeah,
fucking know
they
shit.
try to explain it away,
Explain it away.
as the news does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in one fell swoop, we're introduced to like our cast of characters, more or less. There's like, we already met our main dude. We meet his nerdy best friend.
Yeah.
We meet, there's a bully. We meet, there's a cute, smart girl. And then we meet this like dental assistant with a great rack.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the way that all these characters, though, are so painfully paint by numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Carbon clones
Absolutely.
of every caricature you can imagine.
They are only archetypes with no nuances.
None,
Yes.
dude.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so then the kid and the nerdy friend start investigating the penguin situation, and they follow this ravine. And the one kid mentions like, "Hey, it might go to the end of the world." I'm like, all right, you
Yeah.
fucking idiots. And then so as they're like hanging out, this is when the kid is explaining to his friend why he's like, I think boobs are kind of mysterious. And he's like, isn't it weird how that dentist's boobs make me feel different than my mom's boobs? And I'm like, ew, stop. And he also mentions to him like, hey, if you're gonna get angry, just think about boobs. Like this is the way he thinks about boobs.
Yeah.
It's very bizarre.
It's also the
like-
way he talks to his friends about boobs.
Yeah. The mechanics, it's the mechanics
Yeah.
on how to cope with certain things.
That's
Yeah.
got to be like definitely, I think, like the sealing the deal on like maybe on the spectrum kind of
Yeah.
situation.
Especially 'cause the-
neurodivergent of some kind.
I
Yeah.
think so too.
Yeah.
It's that pointedness, that laser focus, that overthinking,
the directness as well.
So so you're telling me that let's say that this kid is neurodivergent on the spectrum, and that's who he is. You wouldn't probably get a lot of nuance with him, right?
Right.
So don't you think this is kind of on par and on track for
Yeah,
this character? And
100%.
now he's kind of more likable.
For sure. I just don't think as a writer that's an interesting person to center this story around. I think it limits where this story can go when you have such a one-track, analytical, direct-minded person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Maybe to some people they find it interesting to watch him Sherlock Holmes his way to the solution to this mystery at the end. To me, it feels like a fish out of water. It feels like I'm watching this like very robotic, analytical person in this whimsical, magical world that is not that at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't fit to me.
I feel like what they miss in this character and what they maybe do a disservice is they fail to like make him endearing. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
I feel like a character like that could be very lovable.
It's the arc I was saying earlier. I wanted him to have an arc where he let go and actually had some fun.
Yeah.
And I never felt like he left the analytical part of his brain in this movie.
But you're saying that as a neurotypical person, let's say if you were a neurodivergent person watching this and you say, hey, oh my God, that was me as a kid, and you're seeing yourself in this anime, that person might be like, hey, this anime is fucking amazing.
For
That
sure.
person might say that.
Yes, they might feel that way, that person.
So wouldn't knowing that, wouldn't you think?
I don't know that though.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but
Not
the
that person.
the idea of that, would that not make this movie a little bit better?
So you're saying that, like, you're asking me if, in theory, this movie could be good. If, in theory,
If we were different people.
You're asking me if there's a hypothetical situation under which I could say that this was a good movie.
Yes.
Then the answer is
Yes, I
yeah.
believe there is a hypothetical situation under which I would say this movie
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah.
AKA specifically for that person that you
Yeah.
just made up.
Yeah.
Yes, good movie for that. That doesn't change the fact that as good as it is for that person,
It's not good
it
for you.
still sucks for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I am neurotypical and I can only think that way, which means I can only ever digest this movie one way,
Yeah.
and that's fucking shitty.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
I was
Yeah.
reaching.
No, that's okay.
You were trying to trap us.
I was.
And I just tried to answer.
Yeah. That's all. That's it. Okay, so back to so they end up chasing a bunch of penguins into the wood, and they run into their bully, and they start getting bullied. And our main character like grabs the bully's dick in defense, which was like
Oh my God,
an
that-
aggressive scene.
Yo, that was a pretty funny scene, though.
I mean, I don't know if funny because I was laughing at the fact that it occurred, not funny because it was a funny joke.
No. The funny that because it occurred that way. Like,
I don't think it was meant to be funny is the thing.
really, I thought it was kind of meant to be like
Maybe.
a little bit shocking because like
For
you don't
sure.
see that in anything.
Yeah.
You don't
maybe.
see just like old dick twist.
Yeah.
The old dick twist. I love that.
Anyways, it still doesn't work out for him. He gets tied to a vending machine and they piss in all his notes.
Yeah.
Although
Side
I
note.
have to also say though, like the dick grab thing, it also hits me a little sideways as well because once again, I'm wondering like, is this like an anecdotal little thing from the author? Is this how the author fights?
I think they're I think they're pointing out about this kid. It's similar to the way he's obsessed with boobs. I think the kid doesn't understand sexuality. Do you know what I mean? And it's like an awkwardness around boobs, dicks, whatever. You know what I mean? Like
Why does this fucking movie exist, man?
I don't know.
I
dude.
hope what you just said is pure conjecture, dude.
It might be.
I hope there's no reality that I really hope that this isn't a narrative
Yeah.
on childhood sexuality, this movie. Because I will
Yeah.
hate it 1,000 times more, dude.
Neurodivergent childhood
Childhood
sexuality.
You know what?
I'm
I would love to like redo this episode with somebody who loved this movie.
Would be curious to ask them
Speak
why.
up, Shweebs.
Yeah.
If that's you, tell us
Someone's gonna be real mad.
so we
at
know
us.
you exist.
Okay, so he's tied to the vending machine. The dentist lady shows up, and he's in pure neurodivergent fashion. Is like, she's like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "I'm being a vending machine." and then he plays that part out because she's like, "Okay, here, give me a thing." And he goes beep boop boop or something like that. It's like he plays the part of a vending machine for a little too long.
Yeah, but I mean that was pretty cute and funny.
Yeah, and he plays it out for a while before being like, "Hey, by the way, can you fucking help me?" And to which she responds like, "Oh, I actually watched it all go down." And I'm like, "You're a fucking lunatic. You just watched that all happen and let that happen.
Yeah.
A crazy person." Anyway, she.
Or an alien.
Or an alien,
Yeah.
Doesn't
Who
actually.
knows?
Yeah.
We don't.
I don't. Nobody knows. Anyway, she ends up noticing he's playing with his stupid loose tooth, and she's like, "Let me pull it out for you." And she like, he can't let her pull it. He keeps like following the string, and she's like, "Oh, here, let me distract you. Watch this." She throws a Coke can in the air. It turns into a penguin. She did that on purpose, right?
Yeah.
She knew that was gonna happen, right?
I
the
don't know.
No, I don't think she knew that her throwing the Coke can turning into a penguin was going to happen.
She didn't seem very surprised about it.
No, she didn't. But I do think what she was trying to do was actually distract him so that
With
she
just
could pull.
a regular old Coke can.
Yeah.
But also, like, we're to believe that, like, obviously, like, by the end, spoiler, that she created all the penguins.
Yeah.
So why would she be surprised at creating a penguin in that moment when she's already made all the other penguins?
But I don't think she knew that she made all the penguins.
I know. She forgets. She forgot.
Yeah.
Like the town.
Like the town, yes.
And then the
Because the
Ghost of
Jabberwockies-
Christmas Future.
Yeah. Goes to Dragon Mountain Pass.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, Fire Dragon Mountain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
In Fire Dragon Pass.
Yeah. All right. So
On Fire Dragon.
You know,
Peace.
actually, Takumi just lost his first race on Fire Dragon Mountain.
Yes.
actually
Yeah.
though,
No.
I don't know what's happening anymore. Just like when I watched this.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
because it's like the Jabberwockies. When she's asleep, the Jabberwockies are created, right? So,
I don't know that to be the case.
Yeah, that's it. They tell you afterwards, like, their Jabberwockies are only coming out at night, and they figure out, like, it's coming out because she's asleep and she's having those nightmares.
Don't fall asleep is the moral of the story of the movie.
Yeah. On Dragon Mountain Pass.
Yeah. Okay. So, speaking of sleep, that night he dreams of her on a beach, and she's got penguins all around and a fucking leopard seal.
Yeah.
That's the dream he has. Oh, and there's a whale in the ocean in this dream. There's some water shit going on. Okay, so he wakes up in the morning. He's hanging out with his dad. Dad gives him coffee and then lets him again gallivant around town with this lady from the dentist's office. And this kid spends all fucking day with this strange lady who's entertaining his investigation. They're like throwing random things in the air to see if they become penguins, which again, once again, is she just entertaining him? Does she know that none of this is going to work? Is she purposely not making penguins in these moments and then intentionally making them at other times?
No, so in that scene,
Yeah.
she doesn't know that she can make penguins.
Right.
And then they only find out later that she can make penguins because of it's a certain time of day.
Yeah.
Right?
The sun
When
has to be out.
The
That's
sun
right,
has to be
yeah.
out.
Yeah, because they're in the shade.
Which
They're in the
also
shade.
like, what?
Yeah.
The sun has to be out.
Yeah.
The sun
I
has
mean,
to be
that
out.
makes perfect sense.
Because,
okay?
sun makes you happy.
Yeah. Sun equal penguins.
Sun equals
Night equals Jabberwocky. Duh.
sun
one-
equals vitamin D.
One single cloud over sun.
No penguins.
No penguins.
Yeah. In fact, when they do find out that when the sun has to be out, the night turns to day so fast.
Yeah.
So fast, dude. It's like daytime.
Yeah.
All right, so where the fuck are we? Okay, the nerdy friend has a penguin. He's like made it like a pet.
Yes.
His like buddy, and it's not eating, and they're like, oh no, we got to figure something out, and they like end up for some reason taking it out of town. Can't remember why.
They're trying to bring it out to the zoo.
Okay, and as soon as they get outside of like a certain perimeter or whatever, it turns back into a can of Coke. And it's
Yes.
weird because it like dies into a can
Well,
of
it gets
Coke.
really
Yeah.
sick and it's
Yeah.
struggling, and then they get him out, and then he like kind of crawls out and starts moving forward and shaking weird.
Yeah.
And then he like, it looks like he's in a lot of pain
Yeah,
too.
it's
He,
a
like,
little
very
tragic.
painfully like disintegrates.
Not to mention, it's not just any penguin; it's the pet
It's
one
Penta.
that they love. Yeah,
They've given it a name at this point.
Yeah.
I hated it, dude.
And then and in this moment, they discover, oh, there must be some penguin energy sustaining them
The
from
amount
within
of
the
times
city.
they use the term penguin energy
Yeah.
in this fucking movie made
Yeah.
me want to off myself, dude.
Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
here's another weird one, okay? You say she makes Jabberwockies at night?
Yeah.
Because in a minute, they meet up again at the playing chess in the diner, and the lights randomly go out, and she doesn't make Jabberwockies.
Bats.
She makes bats.
Yeah.
Yes,
Why?
that's true.
Ma.
Bats at night, penguins at day.
Jabberwockies while asleep?
While asleep.
Oh, we
makes
figured it out.
sense. Yes.
Anyways, the bats are completely inconsequential because we never hear or see them ever again.
No.
That's the end of it. That's when they figure out it's the sunlight that makes the penguins, which is another thing that doesn't matter or ever gets addressed once again. They end up after this. She makes a shit ton of penguins when they discover this. She gets all tired and sleepy,
Yes.
and they go back to her place again. Ew! Dude. And he spends the night there. And not just spends the night there, but spends the night there watching her sleep and drawing her.
Yeah, that was strange.
Right? Why is it okay? Why is it okay for him to sleep there?
That was my one. That was the time. That was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. That was
Also,
like,
you want to know what the straw that
okay.
broke the camel's back for me was? The psychopathic way they cover each other with blankets.
oh yeah,
Just her midsection
Just
only.
chest to belly only.
yeah.
But then she does it the same thing to him. Who are these people?
Aliens.
Well, the chest to belly thing is actually pretty common in anime in general. It's just them like just going like this, throwing something on there. I don't think
Choices are made.
the choices were made.
I don't
though.
understand
I
them.
do think that they could have made it a little better.
It sounds like this movie was written by aliens.
Actually, it was written by penguins.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's it. It's
No.
he's actually a penguin. Listen to me. Listen. It's
I
the
don't want to hear it
penguin.
anymore. I want to get to the end of
It's
this.
the penguin of Christmas future.
There's still a decent amount here to talk about, guys. Okay, so the smart girl from school takes him and his nerd friend beyond the forest to something she discovered called the ocean, which is basically a floating orb of water. And they decide to research it together. They set up a cute little research station, and we get a cute little montage.
Montage.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
time for a motherfucking montage.
The montage consists of bullying, researching, nude confidence at the pool,
Yes.
playing around, and him creeping on the dentist lady's apartment because she hasn't been around for a while. He just like stands outside her window like a little fucking stalker.
Yes.
They send this little Lego probe into the ocean, and when it goes in, something happens. It blips or something.
Yeah.
They don't know what the fuck that means. Then the bully shows up randomly, and our main kid accuses the bully of liking the smart girl. Fighting ensues. Dentist lady shows up out of nowhere with penguins to save the day. She's like launching penguins.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The penguin throw.
You loved that, eh?
The penguin throw is pretty out of control, dude.
But again,
She launches that fucking penguin.
she
dude.
really does, yeah.
She hoofs that thing.
Yeah.
And it's just torpedoes, man.
Yeah.
It was a sick moment. I'm like, this should have been an action anime.
It would have been better if she
Totally
knew all
did.
along and she was using the penguins to save the
Yeah.
day. She's a superhero. She could have
Totally.
been.
Should have been.
Okay, so the penguins now are hanging out around the ocean, and they're like worshiping it in some weird way, and they cause it to shoot out little water projectiles. And one of them almost hits their nerd friend, but the dentist lady saves him with another penguin throw,
Yeah.
like launches the buddy out of the way. And then all of a sudden, plants start growing. The greenery grows,
Yeah.
and destroys their research station. Yet another thing that never gets explained. Why
It wasn't
greenery and
just-
growth
yeah, it
is
was-
part of it at all.
Well, it's not just that, right? It's the fucking ocean that was getting bigger and bigger and bigger, too.
But why do the plants grow?
Well, water plants, plant grow.
They do push it. They push the sea or the ocean, whatever, the big sphere is like
Yeah.
an energy source, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So it's creating life, obviously.
Sure.
Yeah, and also in
Plants
that
are life.
scene, the penguins are trying to fight the ocean.
Are they?
Yeah, they're trying to control it.
Found that a little ambiguous. They were just doing a thing to it.
Yeah, they're trying to like keep it contained.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So we're on the news. We find out another strange creature's been sighted. It's like a creepy monster, and it looks like the seal from the beach dream from earlier. And there's like odd destruction in town, which again, not ever addressed again. Literally one pole sliced clean in half. They show a picture of it, and they don't show any other destruction in town.
Yeah.
One little scene.
Well, there's also those weird scenes where like poles are like integrated into like a car and like
Yeah, there's a few, but it's just that one news thing you
Yeah,
see that
yeah,
happen.
yeah.
That's not a recurring thing.
yeah.
Just one time. Anyways, and then the nerd friend is showing the kid. He discovered that the river that they thought maybe goes to the end of the world actually is just one big loop with no end, which that also never explained, means nothing. Just a thing that they found. And this is when they see one of the Jabberwockies come out. It eats a penguin. Eats it up.
Yep.
We find out that the smart girl's dad is also a researcher, and he's researching the penguins, but he's a real one, not a child. So there's
Yes.
something going on, right?
Yeah.
And the kid then suggests, like, hey, maybe we need to stop researching, because if real researchers are getting in on this, then, like, my dentist lady's in danger. We need to keep her safe.
Yeah.
And the smart girl loses her shit. I don't know, because I think it's clear she kind of maybe has a crush on him.
Yeah.
And she's mad that he's only obsessed with that older lady. I don't know.
Well, she's also mad that like people are encroaching on her discovery.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. And that she let him in on it, and he's like, maybe we should stop.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, you don't get to come in on my shit and then tell me to stop.
Yeah.
That's probably it. Okay, where are we at here? So the dentist lady takes the kid, who, by the way, she like doesn't know that well and probably shouldn't be taking him on field trips, to a quote unquote seaside town. I don't remember that ever being mentioned before. It's a big deal to them. They're going to go to it.
So they do mention that at the beginning. So
Do they?
Yeah, because that's her one memory.
Oh, is being by some seaside town?
By some seaside town, and her having a picture, right?
Okay.
Because remember, she ripped out that page from the magazine at
Yeah.
the beginning of the movie.
Okay.
And so that's when they talk about it, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Makes perfect sense. So they're on their way to the seaside town.
And just as much as the next part that happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she gets dizzy and tired, of course, because penguin energy.
Penguin
they're leaving the
energy.
realm of the penguin energy.
Yeah, because this is when he realizes she's connected to.
This is when he realizes.
This is when.
Not
he
when she was making penguins.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Smart kid.
Yeah, they get off the bus, and she's like lying on the concrete, and it turns into this weird, strange whirlpool, and Jabberwockies are floating in and out of it, and it's like this creepy moment. And also, I'm like, what's the mechanism for this? Why do the Jabberwockies come out of the concrete like
Yeah.
that?
It was from her, like a beat of her sweat.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it still came from her. She's still
Okay.
making them. But
So sweat equals Jabberwockies? Because
Well,
I
it's-
thought
it's-
sleep
but-
equals Jabberwockies.
Yeah, sleep
So,
equals Jabberwocky.
I
But
don't-
right now,
as far as I knew, like I didn't know about the sleep thing. I was just assuming like that was probably right, and I just missed it.
Yeah.
As far as I knew, it was distress that
it might be,
caused
yeah.
her to create Jabberwockies.
yeah, like
Okay.
the nightmares.
I was
that
gonna
she
say
having.
she's having nightmares.
Yeah.
This time she's sick and
You know
sweating.
what? I want to know what else
feeling
she
ill.
can fucking make. Because we got penguins, bats, and Jabberwockies. There's got to be more she can make.
I don't know.
Well, again, it's that whole idea. This whole movie is like this kid who meets this girl who has all these weird and strange things that they can't explain happen around them.
Yeah.
And he learns that they're all actually interconnected through this one woman, and she's going to eventually disappear.
Yeah.
Because they're all going to meld back together and restore balance in the world. Right?
We're done. We did it.
Yeah.
Mikey just finished for us.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
It's just weird to have like this manifest
Yeah.
ability be so central to all of this,
Mm-hmm.
and then for what?
Yeah.
To what end?
Well,
Okay.
let's get to what end,
Okay,
and then
but
we'll
okay,
decide.
let me ask you, why do you need things to be explained? Why do you need things to actually be fleshed out?
To enjoy
it's not
a
That,
movie?
it's not that. I need an end. Like I said, to what end? Like I need a story to follow where something happens and there are consequences of said thing, and now the story's different by the end.
But
She just manifests a whole bunch of stuff throughout this whole story,
Yeah.
and by the end of the story,
It's over.
Nothing-
She's gone. They're gone. The end.
everything is just gone. It's as though nothing happened.
yeah, because
So-
balance
so-
was restored.
So therefore, I feel like the last 2 hours didn't happen.
Didn't need to happen.
Didn't need to happen.
But it happened.
It didn't affect anything. though.
Right, but
Yeah.
but I could have watched something else that actually had a lasting impact once the credits rolled.
Yeah.
Once the credits roll on this, I'm like,
Yeah.
what's the impact of that?
Why did I?
What am I supposed to leave thinking? The same thing I went in thinking?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm leaving thinking.
I kind of left thinking, ew.
No, I went in and left thinking, what's this movie about?
Yeah. Yeah. Like that. There you go. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
the
let's,
same thought going in and out of this movie.
let's keep going through it and see if Mikey can give us clarity because he's been trying. I'll give you that. Okay. So. We find out the bully has a baby Jabberwocky. He found it or what, I don't know what the fuck. And he basically sells out all the info about the ocean to the real scientists. The smart girl smacks the shit out of him, screams, "I'll never forgive you. He's a piece of shit." He deserved that slap. And at this point, the lady and the kid are both not eating for some reason. I don't know why. For the same reason the penguin wasn't eating?
No. So that moment is because the girl said that she hadn't eaten in a few days or something like that.
And he goes, then I'm not going to eat.
No,
Because I love you.
No, he found that strange.
Yeah.
He's like, how does a person go that amount of days without eating and still have X amount of energy and look normal?
Yeah, I'm going to try now.
And then okay, if she's human, then I should be able to do that too. He tries fasting and he can't make it.
It goes poorly for him.
It goes poorly, and then he's like, "Oh, this something is definitely
that's
off."
how he finds out she's not human. Not the making the penguins, the whirlpool of Jabberwockies.
No, but those were all
Oh, wait, she
clues.
cannot eat for 3 days? Alien.
Smart kid.
He really figured it out. A real scientist.
Thanks, Sheldon.
Okay.
Bazinga.
There's a scene here after he stops eating that fucked me right the fuck up. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's lying in bed and his little sister comes in his room in the middle of the night and starts yelling and screaming and crying, "Mommy's gonna die." Okay. Which that shit fucks me up every time, dude. It never doesn't. Also, late in the game theme of this movie about the impermanence of life. Super late in the game, right? Which also, by the way, is I think the whole point of the movie, the impermanence of life. That's the theme.
There you go.
Now we
And
get
balance is restored.
it. Now we get it.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
No?
The impermanence of life?
Yeah.
You mean the alien creature lady who promises she'll reincarnate and
Yeah.
sends him a literal sign of the non-permanence
Yeah,
of
you're
her
right,
death?
actually. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
The one death that should have had some permanence in this literally has none?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
All right, well, so okay, we find out the research team's gone missing.
Yeah.
The smart girl's gonna go find them. Our main kid, whatever's gonna go with. The bully's now helping them. He's like, "Will you forgive me now?" It's like, but also, but when he goes, "Will you forgive me now?" It's not for redemption. It's because like I kind of like you. You're pretty.
Yeah.
Do you forgive me now? He's still a fucking creep.
Yeah.
So I hate him.
It's all for the wrong reasons.
Exactly. Okay, so we find out the kid figures out. I don't really remember or care how, but he finds out she comes from the ocean, and the ocean is not from this world, and she creates the penguins to, and I quote, "plug the hole in the world." What hole? Where did it come from?
The ozone hole.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, no, the hole is the sea.
The whole sea.
No, the ocean.
No, the
like,
ocean.
That's the hole.
The ball. The
And so
sphere,
she makes the
that's
penguins.
The hole.
Oh, that's why they were fighting it. She makes
Yeah,
the
yeah,
penguins
She's trying to contain
They're-
it, remember?
Then why weren't they ever doing that until that one scene?
She didn't know that's what her mission was.
Did she?
No.
Okay.
right?
I don't think so.
But also, she kind of did.
Yeah. Yeah. She knew enough.
You know what it
to
is?
assume she did know that.
It's that like it's that whole thing where it's like it's your destiny, but you don't know what your destiny is until it manifests and shows itself. But like you know that there's something that you need to do.
That's Angel's
But-
egg.
That's fuck you.
Yeah.
It is though.
Yeah.
The shepherd.
Yeah, that-
He doesn't know what his task is. He just knows he has to do
Yeah,
it.
that
Yeah.
is fucking true. But that's
Yeah.
what
Better
it
movie.
Yeah. But that's what it
Yeah.
is.
But he acknowledges the fact that that's happening to him.
Yeah.
That's
He
another
knows. That,
difference.
yeah, he knows that that's his job.
He knows he's doing a thing that he doesn't know why.
She doesn't even know if she has a job.
She doesn't know what. She doesn't even know if she can make penguins or not. She made a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep in mind, guys, we're almost at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she still doesn't know these things.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
if we're talking about age, she's technically younger than he is because if she only recently came into creation, right? She came into creation as a fully grown woman.
Why?
So
Why that?
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
fucking around now.
Yeah. Why did the alien organism choose a
Yeah.
vaguely 19-year-old
Yeah.
person
Pretty,
to inhabit?
Pretty lady with big boobs.
Yeah.
You know why? They watched a bunch of anime.
Yeah.
That's more likely than it just being a perv author.
That's also true.
Who also has watched a bunch of anime.
Yeah,
Okay, so everyone that we're gonna go, the girl and the dude are gonna go in the ocean together. They've decided we got to go in there, and they start riding like a wave of a million penguins, a penguin highway, if you will.
Art got crazy here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the penguins are now trampling the Jabberwockies, which again leads me to believe that like they never maybe were that scary.
No.
I don't know.
I think, like I said, they were just a manifestation of her like fear and her and
Oh,
anxiety.
that makes sense.
her
And now that
stress.
she's got this confidence, hey, we're going in, let's go.
And they don't stand a
matter
chance.
anymore. Okay, I like that. You did one. Right before they plunge into the ocean, we get one last close up on her boobs, and then into the water.
Into the water.
Okay, and now we're in Waterworld. Okay,
Yes.
Kevin Costner. He's peeing
Yeah.
on the. He's peeing in the thing.
Nice.
Yep.
He's drinking his pee. Okay, so it's got this like post-humanity flooded Earth vibes with buildings floating in the air for no reason at all. And there's an island out there with a very earthly vending machine. The exact vending machine, by the way, he was tied to in the beginning. Why? I don't know.
Because it's one of her only memories.
I guess so. Is it all her memories in there?
Probably.
But is it also not like the alien world? Does she create the alien world too?
Well, I'm sure it's the only way that she can see it and make it manifest.
Is
for
the
kid.
alien world a manifestation of her memories?
Is it just a
Because I
pocket
thought
dimension?
she came from the alien world.
Pocket
But I
dimension.
thought she was created from it,
No,
not
she-
manifesting it.
No, she made a pocket dimension in between.
Did she make it before she manifested it?
No, she manifested it and made it as they were going in, and it was getting created.
So what was in there before she went in there?
it was just the hole. It was just
Can
the
you
ocean.
imagine if the film answered
Any
even
of these
one of
questions?
those
Just one
questions?
question.
One of them.
Yeah.
I mean, kudos to you, Mikey. You're scrambling. You're doing
Yeah.
a good job. But imagine if the movie we watched
Yeah.
answered one of them.
Yeah. dude.
Wow. Imagine.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So,
I am.
fuck.
I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Okay, but you,
Pretty good
wait,
movie.
wait. listen. Listen here. She needed to make a place that was recognizable for our boy because he's an actual human and needed a pocket dimension to be in because he most likely wouldn't be able to actually exist in the ocean.
So she made that pocket dimension world,
Yeah.
But she came from it as well.
and it's
came
also
up
trying
from
to
beyond it.
and it's also trying to explode beyond her ability to contain.
Yes.
But she made it.
She made
She
it.
also made it.
Got it.
I love this movie.
Yeah, it's such a good movie.
Everything happens all at once and all together.
It's such a good movie.
I was gonna say that's an even better movie.
That's
this-
actually a really good
Everything
movie.
happens all together at once.
I loved that movie. Yeah. I loved that movie.
Nice.
Jay told me to watch that movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's confused. She's confused as we are because she has memories of her parents and her life on Earth. What? How? How?
It was created for her so that she can assimilate to.
But
being a
she
human.
created it.
She used the memories and she from all the
Okay.
people around her.
I'm gonna stop asking questions.
Yeah,
about
you
the
should.
movie. Okay.
You should.
So they
Because guess
find.
what? The answers don't exist.
No, I just like watching Mikey squirm.
It is very funny.
It's really
It is
enjoyable.
good.
Okay,
Because
so
I'm trying to explain everything.
I'm enjoying it maybe too much.
No,
dude.
it is
A
very.
lot,
I'm
yeah.
also. It's my favorite part of this episode.
Okay. They find the research team in there. She decides it's over. It's time to
Yeah.
go home. I'm not going to ask why she decides that. Penguins, by the way, flightless birds, all fucking fly in
Yeah.
here. They all fly. The ocean is suddenly destroyed. Everyone's back in town, but not where the ocean was located, just various places in town. They just pop back into the world in various places.
Pop.
Pop.
Yeah, and this all happens real quickly,
Yeah.
right? And it's like not, I could be wrong, but I don't remember it being very flashy or animated. I think it's a very quick.
Yeah.
Am I right about that? When the ocean's destroyed, it's like just like a giant tidal
It's like
wave.
it's just really like one big scene.
Yeah.
It just overflows.
Yeah.
And like, that was actually when I was saying before, some of the 3D water stuff actually got a little janky at that part
Yeah.
because they showed the water like washing over things and rushing over things. And unfortunately, when you have stuff out there like Bubble or Weathering with You, where like the water is like the star of the fucking show.
Yeah. Mhm.
And then you have something like this. I mean, you start to get like old weird Initial D vibes of the way the water's
Yeah.
moving
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
and
yeah.
But
it,
you're
it
also-
doesn't hold
this
up
is
to the rest of the art.
Studio Colorado or whatever.
Yeah, but
Studio Colorado does not have the same amount of fucking financial backing.
But it's
No.
2018.
Does
it?
Just do a different method.
Just do
somebody.
the method that looks aight.
Somebody in the room had to sit there and be like, "Guys, this looks like fucking shit."
Yeah. Or just like don't switch to 3D for a bit. Just
Yeah.
like keep doing it the way you've been doing
Oh,
it.
hand
But-
animating water is insane.
Yeah.
I mean-
Also, not to mention like 3D animation is to save money and time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nowadays, yeah.
Yeah.
Back in
Alright.
the day, it was more expensive. Now it's cheaper.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
let's get back. We're almost done. Okay. So the ocean's gone. We're back in the tea shop where they play chess. They're both there. She's still around. Okay. There's this like super sad goodbye, but also like weirdly not that sad. Like I
Yeah.
expected it to be more sad. Them saying goodbye to each other.
Kudos to Sheldon. He holds up
Yeah,
pretty tough here.
He's holding.
Yeah.
He's choking it back.
has a strong face
Yeah.
and resolves himself. I'm not gonna fucking cry.
Yeah, he finally nuzzles them bosoms. He finally gets a little nuzzle in there.
I'm not even happy for him.
No, well, he doesn't even seem to have. It's like
Yeah,
the
like
enjoyment of
everything-
it is gone.
All the surprises and all the weird things that
Hey,
happen throughout this movie.
That's the growth. He grows past his obsession for boobs, and this is how we learn it happened.
And the real friends were the boobs we made along the way.
Anyway, he nuzzles in her bosom.
You cut off Mikey. What were you gonna say?
No, I'm just saying that all the things that take place that are weird and random and he can't explain, he just takes them as like a matter of fact almost
He's feeling
Right.
emotional in this moment,
in this moment.
but he's strong
still-
enough to choke it back.
Yeah, he's just like,
I'm not gonna cry.
Yeah.
You will not cry. So she gone. She
Yeah.
walks out. He doesn't even see her go or disappear. She just goes, and she's gone. So now it's like a post-ocean world, okay? And this is what we see. There's a lot of plant growth over the whole world because, of course,
Ocean,
that's what happened
ocean
before.
make,
So that's
ocean make plants.
ocean make plant. They're zooming in on the forest for like maybe a little too long, and then you hear this like rustling leaf noise. And I'm like, fuck off! Don't try and tell me there's something out there still. it's a lot of inner monologue of the kid basically saying how he's grown and what's happened. He basically decided, like, if I can't be with her, I'll just be celibate until I can be with her. That's his resolve that firms, as Jay put it earlier.
Yeah. He's like, I just need to keep being Mr. Sheldon, as I always have been, and I'll find my way back to her. It's fate.
He talks about, the way he explains it, he's like, what I did learn is to put more emphasis on my personal beliefs versus hypothesis and science. Which I'm like, I don't think that's what you should have gotten out of all this.
Yeah.
Because he basically just decided, no, she's coming back. I believe it, regardless of what science may tell me is true or not. She's coming back. And so now I'm learning to trust whatever I think.
No,
Whatever I think, I'm going to trust in, regardless
it's
of
the
what
power
science
of
says.
manifestation.
Good lesson.
Yeah.
Good lesson.
Smart
Look,
kid.
Yeah.
Look, people, if you guys are listening and you've come all the way to this point,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hold on, we're not quite at the end yet.
Wait. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Because I forgot to say we're spoiling the shit out of this movie.
I don't think you need to say that now.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But you can manifest anything you want.
Yeah. And that's
the
proven.
lesson.
Because at the very end, the last thing we see is a penguin out in a
Yes.
field. And he's like, oh, she's back. And he goes out there. It's a double fake out, by the way.
Yeah.
Penguin? No, it's a cat. Ah. But wait a
But-
minute. But the Lego probe is there. You decide how it ends.
It's like the ending of Inception.
Exactly.
It's exactly like the ending of Inception in every way.
I hope the audio listeners know what I mean when I talk.
Yeah.
When I make that sound.
That's it. That's the
That's
end.
it. Holy fuck. Okay. Jordy, what do you give this?
I mean, I have written down 3 out of 10. I don't know if I
Wow.
believe it even gets 3,
That's what I give it.
but
as
it's
well.
3 out of 10.
Straight up.
Oh, really?
Three.
Most of the points were for cute penguins, and really, there's a lot there's a lot this movie could have given me. I like these kinds of movies. This one just wasn't done well.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you give it, Jay?
3. I
3.
give it a 3. And that's like all 3 points come from art and
Yeah.
art alone.
Only art.
I give
Only
it
art.
0 points for literally every other aspect.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, I give it a 5.
Okay.
Because it's like, I did enjoy a lot of the art. I thought
Yeah.
I did enjoy a lot of the whimsy. I did enjoy.
Mikey really had to go into accept it mode for this movie.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Dude, you know how many straws I've been pulling at this whole episode?
I know. I've been
trying
coaxing them out of you, dude.
Yeah, trying to explain things away.
If anybody out there is a big fan of this movie, you guys owe Mikey
Oh,
a present or
Oh,
something.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I've never seen somebody work so hard to defend something they also didn't like
Yeah.
in my life.
Yeah.
I gave it a pass. I gave it a pass with a 5.
Good.
Yeah.
That's nice. Dude.
Right, because
very good.
the art is great. The character designs are great. The penguins are very cute.
7 points. No.
5.5.
Yeah,
6.
5.5. You know what? Fuck you. 5.6. That's my final answer.
Panel. My anime list gives this a whopping 7.6.
Wow.
7.6.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
IMDb hits it with the 7.1, and it's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Dude.
That is
Any
crazy to
sense
me.
I think there's got to be something weird going on there. Like that can't just be an honest, true 100%. There's no
Yeah,
way.
like there's just really no depth to this movie. Like,
Mikey, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, like I can you normally get behind a lot of movies.
Yeah.
But honestly, when I watched this movie, the only thing that really kept me going was seeing, okay, where are they fucking taking me? Where are they taking me? And the movie ended. I'm like,
Where did it take
where
me?
did it take me?
I'm the same way, dude.
Yeah.
Actually, like up to a certain point, I was like, I really want to know where this is gonna go.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
waiting for them to ground it in some sort of mythos or some sort of culture or some sort of event or some sort of something. Ground what's happening
Yeah.
in something.
A character growth would have been enough.
They even ground the fucking in Your Name. They ground the meteor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In lore, in
Yeah.
like in the mythology of the country, and,
Yeah.
they explore that in interesting ways.
the red thread. There's grounding
faith.
all over that
Yeah.
movie.
It grounds
yeah.
it a lot. This felt like
let's
wasn't
fucking
grounded.
put fantasy for the sake of fantasy.
yeah,
Or
it was just-
no, we threw magic sparkles on it for the sake
you
of
know,
magic
It was just
sparkles.
it was just floating in the nether,
Like
and there
a
was just
building
nothing.
in the ocean for no reason.
Yeah.
You know
And
what bothered me? The ending too. That whole Inception ending. I actually like those kind of endings sometimes.
Yeah.
But like they should make me go, oh, not
Yeah.
like, well, fuck. Like I feel like they didn't earn that ending.
Yeah,
they didn't earn it.
They didn't earn it. I
know.
agree
You know
there.
what I mean?
Because it's like that. I do like those endings too.
Yeah.
But
And it doesn't help when that ending that they're giving us, the oh fuck ending,
Yeah.
also supports us feeling like this was a pointless film.
Yeah.
Because one interpretation of that Lego thing just being in the field there
Yeah.
was none of it ever fucking happened. It was
Yeah.
all in their heads.
Yeah.
And they put that in the fucking ocean and they thought it disappeared and it just plopped on the floor.
Yeah.
And then it was just sitting there
been
because
there ever since.
nothing ever fucking happened because
Yeah.
this movie doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And if your ending feeds that theory just as well as it feeds all the other theories, you
Yeah.
failed. You failed.
okay,
You
look,
failed.
I'm gonna give you a proper movie right now.
Yeah.
This is how the movie should have gone.
Okay.
I
Okay.
love it.
We're gonna get all the way up
And
to.
then we have to finish because
Yeah,
oh my
okay.
god,
Oh,
we've
yeah.
talked
Okay.
about this for too long.
we're all the way up to the point where they discover the fucking ocean with the girl, and they've discovered it.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
they're researching it.
Yeah.
Okay. This is where they should be starting to explain that the lady is actually like a goddess deity who's trying to protect the Jabberwockies coming out of that portal with the penguins. And then she actually did know all along, and the guy still kind of falls in love with the girl, and it's inappropriate. But
You're giving her some purpose.
But you're giving her
Yeah.
purpose, right? And then
Make her his age.
yeah.
Write that part in when that happens.
Yeah.
And this is a great movie.
Tie her mortality to
Yeah.
the sphere.
Yeah.
And all that. Give some stakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there are no stakes.
Explain that the Earth is in danger when the Jabberwockies
They're
come out.
coming out exactly, and then and
Instead
the only
of just
way,
the penguins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, the penguins are just her manifestation
Hey,
of
Earth
her
is
way
in
of,
danger
like-
with them too. We
Yeah.
saw that car.
Yes, that's true. But yeah, and then the only way she can go close it is to go in the portal
Yeah.
herself, and then use the penguins to shrink and pull everything together. And
And
Yeah.
he has the opportunity to go with her.
Yeah.
And that's his growth moment is when he decides, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
there's more to the world than just science.
Weathering with you.
Yeah,
Bubble.
basically.
Yeah, actually,
This is what I mean.
basically.
Go watch any of those movies instead, and I
We've
promise
seen
you'll have a
them.
better time.
Yeah, I know.
They
fuck.
were pretty good.
Objectively, way
Yeah.
better.
I disliked a lot of them because a lot of them felt derivative. This is like
Derivative
watching,
of the derivative.
This is like watching Monster Musume after watching Dragon Maid. I'm sorry for
Eye-opening.
scoring those movies the way
Yo.
that I did because now I've seen this.
Yeah, now watch Weathering with You, and you're going to be like, this is a masterpiece.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's called perspective.
You know how some movies set the bar high?
Yeah.
We just set the bar real low.
Yeah,
No.
dude. Super
Real
low.
low.
Penguin height.
I think this is like
Yeah.
the lowest I've ever scored a movie. Actually,
Might be.
might be. I don't know.
I'll pull that up next time.
Yeah, but anyways, guys, Jordy, where can people find you?
At reaching in is where you'll actually find me
Okay.
on the internet.
Nice.
What about you, Jay?
At at hanger.91 on Instagram, hanger91.bigcartel.com.
Yeah. And you guys can find me at Shmanime Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and Discord. I'm mainly on TikTok if you want to actually talk to me on Discord. But yeah, thanks for coming out, guys. Stay
Yeah.
away from penguins. Love you.
Bye.